What is going on, everybody? DJ Mines here. Dang, it is a good time to be a crypto miner or someone who's just been hodling the coin. It feels like we are out of the bear run, and I think we're in the bull run now, man. I think we'll see a little dip, but that's okay. It's all part of the process, man. Can we just get excited real quick for everybody who made it through the bear run? Let me know in the comment section below if you made it through the bear run. We're currently at $71,400 on Bitcoin. A very, very, very exciting times, and it feels like nobody cares. Do you ever feel that? Like last time, even in 2017 during that bear run, I remember when we hit, mass euphoria was during that all-time high, and now we're hitting all-time high and nobody's asking me really about Bitcoin. Maybe one or two people that I used to talk to, but that's about it, man. But Bitcoin did surpass silver today, which is super exciting. Can we get a Hadouken? Yes, and $1.38 trillion for silver just got surpassed by $1.4 trillion from Bitcoin. And I think we're going to go much, much higher. Maybe even one day we will fully surpass gold. I don't know. That might be shooting for the moon, but it's still really exciting. The Bitcoin halving, I'm seeing this all over the place. I'm seeing different dates for this. This one is coin market cap, 35 days away. And, I've also looked at nice hash. You'll say 39 days. I don't know, somewhere around April 20th or so. Maybe it'd be really cool if it was April 20th. I did want to talk about this video I was watching, and it was actually about Bitcoin Island. And let me just show you this from via BTC. They're actually giving away a trip here. It's a 7-day trip to El Salvador. Check out this ad. Shout out to via BTC. Put a link in the description, but imagine going to El Salvador and talking to other people who really love Bitcoin, and they only accept Bitcoin to my knowledge, at least from my understanding of that. I would love to go to El Salvador, but the real reason that you're here, yes, I did sell all of my Clore AI. Yes, I am getting a Bitcoin machine. We're going to talk about which machine in just a second, but the reason I sold this, I really did not plan on selling Clore AI. I really like Clore AI, and I think it has more potential for sure, but the thing is, man, look at this. I mean, in the last year, and this is definitely applying to me. I mean, if you've been mining this for about a year like I have, maybe a little bit less, you're up almost 9,000%. 9,000%. And this cup and handle form, I've been calling this out on Twitter, been calling this out on Discord before it happened. Hey guys, I think a cup and handle is forming here, which it did, right? And so now, I mean, I ended up probably selling, I think most of it between 36 and 39. I think a couple of my coins I ended up selling the next day for like 40. So average probably around 37 cents if I'm being honest with you. And now I have $12,000. Now, what do I do with that $12,000? I really thought about it, and I was like, man, there's a lot I could do with this. I could almost buy 3 S21s, which I really wanted to do, but at the same time, I have a lot of things going on in life. I'll be gone for quite some time. You guys know that, or maybe this is your first time watching, you don't know that, but I'll be gone for like almost a year. So I'm not really going to be able to mine a lot. I mean, I can get things hosted. Like I have one machine right now at Terrahosting.io. And so what I ended up buying, spoiler alert, was an S21. And yes, I sent it to my friends over there at Terrahosting.io. Again, I'll put a link for that in the description below. But after such a massive run up for Clore AI, I have to ask myself, like, am I being a greedy pig? And I think the answer is yes, right? I mean, as someone who got in Clore AI under a penny or about a penny, I mean, this just insane gains, dude, insane gains. And at the same time, I'm like, you know what, dude, I kind of feel like it's peaked out for a little bit. Again, I don't think this is the end of Clore AI. I don't, dislike the project or anything like that. I just feel like, dude, what is the point of me being a little bit greedier and waiting for 50 cents and 60 cents, right? As such an early investor into the project. And mind you guys, how I got all that coin and where I ended up getting the $12,000 was from a single GPU mining rig. That's it. Just one little rig. I spec mined it. Nobody cared about it. I thought it was really interesting. It had the name AI, right? This is really before people were mining things that said AI. Nobody thought it was interesting, and I felt like it was worth a shot in the dark. And I mined pretty much anything that said AI at the end. Whether it actually does AI or not, I'm not here to debate that at all. But I felt like, dude, why am I going to be so greedy? Why am I going to try to get this 50 cents and 55 and 60? Instead, I mean, I already have the golden egg, right? 8,000-9,000%. I don't know. Maybe I'm up only 40x, right? But the words only 40x, like, think about that for a second. And I really had to ask myself, am I making a smart move here? Being such a greedy pig when I could take all this money, and what do I actually think is going to happen after the Bitcoin halving? There's a couple things that run through my mind. I look at some of the other halvings. This will be my third bull run now, and second as a crypto miner. And I gotta say, basically after a Bitcoin halving, we have a sell-off. Now this cycle's been completely different, right? We've also never seen an all-time high before the Bitcoin halving. So is there going to be a sell-off? I personally think there'll be a nice little dip because Bitcoin miners, right? They're not going to be making as much money. I mean, they're going to be yielding about 50%, not even about, they're going to be yielding 50% of the coin that they were previously. And so how is that going to affect the market? I think we're going to definitely have like a 10, 20, maybe worst case scenario, 30% drop, which I look forward to, right? Because ultimately, I think in the fall and the winter of 2024, everything will come back. It'll be much higher than it ever was, and the good times are just around the corner. Now, that being said, I feel like, okay, yes, I have this huge amount of money that we made off of a single graphics card that probably cost us like 100, maybe 150 bucks in power. I'd be an idiot not to sell it. And instead, what I did end up purchasing, and again, I'm very happy about this, was an S21. And it's kind of hard to find these S21s on here for some reason. So we're going to go ahead and type in S21, and this is what I did with the first part of the money so far. This is at 10 cents a kilowatt, and I'm getting it hosted because I'm actually at 16 cents at my home. But like I said, I'm leaving for a really long time. I don't want to leave my wife with all these ASIC loud machines and all this crazy electric bill and stress for her. So at Terrahosting, you get in on ASIC for 10 cents. If you send multiple units, like I have multiple units, I think you get in at 9.5. So I will just show 9 cents. At the moment, the profit is $21. It's not going to be anything near that. I know that. However, this is the newest machine, and I think right now, you're getting them for about what, $5,000 or slightly less than $5,000, depending on which batch you buy. Some are going to be like $4,500 if you wait for a while. Some are going to be closer to $5,000 like me because I got a spot order. So it's going to come in much quicker. And I think this machine, right, this is a big gamble on this part, but this machine here, the S21, the newest and the greatest machine in the bull run, man, these things that are going for $4,000 or $5,000, I don't see any reason why they won't be going for $10,000 to $15,000. I wouldn't be shocked if they went for even more, right? Who knows? Maybe Bitcoin will hit 200,000. And these S21s, you'll be like, man, I wish. You always hear that, right? You always hear, I wish. And I remember watching Red Panda Mining's videos, and he was showing ASICs. I think it was the S19 that was going for $3,000. And wow, then he looked in the bull run, and man, those machines were going for $15,000, $20,000 at one point. And that's crazy to think about. So, not only do we get the best state-of-the-art machine that the world has to offer, with the exception of like hydro and stuff like that. I'm talking realistically, right? We got the best air-cooled S21 Bitcoin miner. I mean, it doesn't get any better than that. And I think that's going to probably at least double to triple just on the machine itself, right? And then I'll be back from my trip about a year later. So, it's the perfect time. I think we'll be at the peak of the bull run. And then I do intend on selling that machine. And then, like I always do, or like I want to do is buy in the bear run, sell off everything in the bull run, and we'll rebuy in the bear run, right? And we'll just continue, and we'll get ready for 2029 cycle. So now that nearly $5,000 of our $12,000 of profit from Clore are gone, what do I plan on doing with the rest of the money? I've been thinking about it a lot. I already have Bitcoin. I've got some Ethereum. I've got Ethereum Classic. I've got Solana. I've got like the top coins. Everything I wanted, I pretty much have got within reason. I mean, I don't think anybody's ever has enough money, right? Everybody always, if you have $1 million now, you suddenly want 5. If you have 100,000 now, you want 300, right? But besides that, like I have a lot of positions at this point, man. I don't know. I'm just thinking maybe I need something with some crazy upside potential. Originally, I was going to throw in all $12,000 of that and some like, I don't know, some crazy speculative play because again, I already have all the foundation coins. I have all the really good coins. And now Now I need something that's going to give me an additional 40x. Do I think Clore is going to give me another 40x or 50x? I really don't think so. Not at this point. Now, again, can you get a 2 to 5x, even a 10x? Yeah, I do think that's very possible. But hey, at the end of the day, it's not off the table for me if Clore all of a sudden takes a 30% drop. Would I take that, remaining, I think it's about $7,000 or so, and buy Clore again? Yeah, I would, right? And then suddenly I would have way more coins than before. Well, maybe not because I spent 5,000 on S21, but I would have a lot more because I bought it back on the dip. So I don't really want to do that necessarily. I am looking for other opportunities to expose myself to, but it's definitely not off the table. And basically what I'm trying to say here is I'm hoping for some kind of massive sell-off after the Bitcoin halving, and I got some money on the sideline. It's kind of like the last opportunity to me, because obviously the best time to buy or mine would have been during the bear run, which I did. But at the same time, now I'm like, okay, what other positions can I do, right? Because I'm not cashing this out. I'm not saying like, hey, I took this money and it's time to just keep it and go buy something. No, my friends. I think that's one of the stupidest things you could possibly do, is go buy yourself something nice right now. This is not the time to be buying stuff nice for yourself, right? This is your last chance kind of deal, I think, in my opinion. But again, I could be completely wrong, right? It could not work out at all. And maybe I'll be really sad that I sold my Clore, but I don't think I will. Let me know if you think buying an S21 and having a bunch of USDT or USDC on the sideline, waiting for one more chance, one more opportunity to buy something that's got a lot more upside potential. After something had a 10,000 or 9,000% run up, I'm like, God, man, there's got to be something else, right? Like, there's a lot of coins out there. I mean, even if I were to look at, let's say, Radiant, not saying that Radiant will actually go crazy, but I'm just using this as an example. Something that really hasn't ran up. Oh, look at that, finally 11% gainer. Something like $17 million market cap really hasn't done much, but a lot of people do like Radiant, or something like Nexa. Again, not saying I actually will buy these, but I'm just saying there are some really good opportunities. Only $18 million market cap. A lot of people still know about it, but it has not seen its day right here. Look at this, dude. It has not had that crazy run up. Even Cardano, surprising enough, like it or not, I mean, you cannot deny. I mean, you put your feelings to the side. Just think about what is the next coin that could run. Everybody and their mother knows about Cardano, right? It is proof of stake, right? But I see this on Bloomberg. I see this on CNBC. Look at this, dude. Not even close to its all-time high. But now, I'm supposed to keep my money in what? Clore, where I've already had a stupid, silly record broken, right? Yeah, I don't know, man. You see my kind of point of view here? Totally understand if you don't agree with that. But I think for me, at this time, it was best to sell off the Clore, reinvest it into Bitcoin and some other things, maybe that are more speculative with the rest of the money. And ultimately, if I feel like, hey, you know what? I'll buy back into Clore because it takes a massive dump, then we'll do that. So I'll catch you guys on the next one. Please do consider subscribing and liking this video. We are trying to get to, I believe it's 16,000 subs. Is it 15? You let me know. I can't remember how many subs we have. And I'll catch you guys on the next one. DJ Mines signing out.